The eraser tool will allow you to erase on objects and defined areas. It will not let you erase on a background picture because that's all one solid image, so there's nothing to erase. But if you want to erase something, you must first select on the object or area you want to erase. In this example, let's say I want to erase on this juniper here. So I've got it selected. I have the bounding box around it, and you see that the eraser icon is highlighted. If it's not highlighted, that means you have nothing selected, so you need to go and click on something. So I'll click on erase, and the eraser tool has many brush sizes. If you click on this arrow here, you'll see that it has circle brushes and square brushes, and they alternate and they get smaller as you scroll up. So if you want a small brush, scroll to the top and click on one of those, or if you want a large brush, scroll to the bottom and click on one of those. For erasing this whole plant, a big square brush would work good. I simply hold that brush over the plant and then left click with my mouse and click and drag, and I'm erasing this plant. You notice it does not erase any of the plants in front of it, or it's not erasing on this fence, which is an object in the picture, because it will only cut on the object you have selected. You can also unerase. So let's say you want to bring back just part of it. You click on unerase and it will bring back whatever you draw will come back. You can also right click with your mouse if you have it set to erase, and you right click, it's like going to unerase. So you really don't have to go back to the menu to unerase. You can just right click, but if you don't remember that, there's always unerase. Now if I want to take this tree and I want to make it look like it's in the backyard on the side of the house here, I'll set it where I want it to be, and I'm going to send it to the back. That way it's automatically behind the juniper and the fence, because the fence is an object. So I click send to back, and now I need to trim it along the edge of the house to make it look like it's behind the house. So I'm going to go into the eraser tool, and there is a trick. If you hold down the control key on your keyboard, you're going to be able to cut with a straight line. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my mouse and my square brush right here on the edge of the house roof, hold down the control key, and then move my mouse out like this, and you can see it cut with a straight line. And then I'll go in and cut the rest of this. Now I want to bring back part of this tree. I right click with my mouse and it unerases and brings it back. So using the control key allows you to cut with a straight line. Let me give you another example here. Now I've selected on this defined area because it's a larger area to demonstrate with. So I'm going to go here to the eraser tool, and I'm going to click and drag to draw a straight line. It's not too bad actually, but if you want to draw a really straight line and you want to do it quickly, again, hold the control key down, click and then drag, get your line directed the way you want it, and then let go of your mouse and it draws that line. So it's just a faster way to cut something straight with the eraser tool. Another thing you could do is you could cut with a line that goes from 100% opaque to 100% transparent over the course of that line. Let me just show you what that means. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to hold down the Alt key on the keyboard. So I'm holding down the Alt key. I click with my mouse. I drag the line to where I want it to be. I release my mouse. And as you can see, it's 100% transparent here, and then it fades out to 100% opaque over on this side. Again, if you hold down the Alt key and just do it in the opposite direction, it always starts with transparent and fades out into opaque, going in the opposite direction. Again, if I click undo, it will undo those cuts. The eraser tool also has a couple other tools in it that are shortcuts. For example, let's say I wanted to cut out this fireplace, and I don't want the benches or these whatever they are and the pavers down here. I could sit there and cut away with it with my brush, but a faster way to do it is use the crop command. What the crop command does, it will let you crop out an image with a rectangle. Let me show you how it works. So I click on crop. I want to start at least down here, so I click there with my mouse, and then I take this bounding box and click over here. Let's bring it in a little bit more, and you can see it cropped out those benches and those pavers a lot faster than it would if I just went in there and started cutting them. And of course you could go in and manually cut this. Again, I'm going to hold down the control key and cut these out. The other tool is frame, which is the exact opposite of crop. So what it's going to let you do is make a rectangle that will just cut out that piece. Instead of putting a rectangle over what you want to save, you put a rectangle over what you want to cut out. For example, let's say I want to cut out the inside of this fireplace here. I click on frame and then I just make a rectangle inside here and it chopped that out. Of course I could uncut and bring that back. So crop lets you make a rectangle of what you want to save, and frame lets you cut out what you don't want. If you could remember that part, it might help you.